Wednesday, 7th of September 2016. Maneko 64 here, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. It's around 8 o'clock a.m. London time, so 3 a.m. New York time, quite early. I'd like to talk about the markets today. I want to give an technical update on gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Hecla Mining, which is one of the mining shares I follow. Mining stocks, sorry. Before I start on the technical analysis and the technical view, I like to talk about investing. I believe, a lot of people just buy stocks because they get a tip or they, hear from someone, or read about it and say, oh, let's go buy this stock. And most people don't even do any homework on the company that they're buying. They just follow the crowd or the herd. And in my opinion, I'm not saying I haven't done that in the past, and I have, but you learn through experience. Buying a stock or share in a company is basically just like saving your money and then buying a business. So, for example, if you look at a business on the high street, like they call it in the UK, or Main Street in the US, you see a shop and you think it's doing well, would you save, a bit of money, enough to, make an offer for that business? You would be really careful. You'd like to talk to the owner or, see how they're doing, look at how the business is growing, how long they've been there, what their profit margin is, how many employees they have. You'd check that, wouldn't you? There's very few people out there who go out and buy a business like that. So, all I'm trying to say that when you go into the stock market, you're doing the same thing. So you need to do your homework. And if you think a business has good prospects, you buy the stock. There is, of course, people who trade, and I also believe that trading is a 24/7 job. It's a business. Like Jesse Livermore said, you have to make it your business. You can't, be doing a job, another kind of job in a completely different sector and be trading on the side. It's not going to be consistent. You're not going to win out. I've been in the business for over 25 years, and even I find it difficult sometimes, trying to trade or even invest. So that's all I'm trying to say here. So there's a difference between also protecting your savings, and I think that's what physical gold and silver do. Coins, bars, that's what it's for. And yes, I'm giving the technical view, short-term view of gold and silver. It doesn't mean to say that I think people should trade it all the time. It's just to, there are some people out there who like to look at it just to get an idea of what the market's doing. And one thing I would say about the market now is that I definitely think for the precious metals, we bottomed last year in December, and we're now in a bull market again after, about 3.5 years of correction. And the best advice, I would say, in a bull market, it comes from Jesse Livermore. And he usually says, be right and sit tight. He said that it's very easy for people to buy the right stock and be making money and be on the right trend. But he said a true great trader or investor really sits tight. And that's what I think is happening now, especially with the mining shares. And they're going to be very volatile because they're a little bit like a leveraged play on physical gold and silver. So now I'll start, I'll look at the technical picture here. Looking at gold, And I've got this chart up now. You can see we held this technical line just above 1300. I talked about that last week, that we needed to hold above that line, and it did. It could have gone lower, and I don't think it would have been a problem, but look how quickly, we've bounced up. Now we've got the key resistances really are 1367.50, which is the high from the 2nd of August. And then you've got the, it's like a double top from the beginning of July, 6th of July and 10th of July. The highs were just above 1375. And you can see there's a trend line now coming through, and that's around 1355, I'd say. But yeah, that 1375 is really going to be important. If we break through there, I'd expect some kind of fireworks in gold and silver. The other thing I've noticed, and I'll talk later when I'm talking about silver, is that there seems to be some kind of cycle this year, short-term cycle going on in silver and gold. More to do with the time, how much time, the upward trend and then the correction is concerned. So yeah, 1367 key level here above, and then 1375 below. I'd say just between 1330 1340, that should be good support. It's looking quite strong gold. Now to silver. We held, last Friday I made a video and I said it was very positive that we closed above 1922, which was key support from July. And yesterday, silver continued to do well. Monday was kind of a quiet day because the US and Canada were closed for holidays or Labor Day. And yesterday we traded above 20, so it's done really well too. Silver, the key resistance is going to be the 2nd of August high at 2078. That's the next target. And then for a big move higher, I'd say 2114, which was the 4th of July high. And now I'd like to talk about this cycle I've noticed in silver, and also it translates into gold as well because they move together. So look at the chart here. You can see that from July to basically the beginning of February, silver went up. From January to the beginning of February 2016, silver went straight up, like from around just below 14 to around 16, just below 16. And then from February to April, basically we saw silver correcting. So that was about 2 months. And then from beginning of April at around just below 15, we traded all the way up to 18 in the month of April. And then in beginning of May, silver started correcting. And that took a month to correct. Silver went down to just below 16. And then again, from June to the beginning of July, we saw a massive rally in silver from 16, to 21. And since beginning of July, we've basically seen a correction until, the end of September, which is 2 months. Silver dropped from 21 to just below 1850. So that was a 2-month correction. We've had 1-month corrections. We have 2-month corrections. And the up legs seem to be 1 month. So it looks like we could see a very good month of September coming up for silver. And who knows, the cycle might even extend. The upward cycle might even become more than a month. But we'll have to see. So, yeah, that's the cycle I wanted to talk about. So it looks like gold and silver could be in for a pretty decent month of September. So now I'll move into talk about Bitcoin. And last week I did a few videos on the technical analysis on Bitcoin, and I said, you know, we needed to get above 600, and we have now. So I think the picture is looking pretty good, as you can see by the chart now. The key levels above in Bitcoin are around 638, 640. That's a good resistance level. And then after that, 685 to 690. And the high, of course, of this year was above 770. So those are things to look forward to in Bitcoin. Below, I guess, the 550 to 580 will be strong support. So now I want to talk about one of the mining shares that I follow, just to show you really how volatile and it can be scary. It's, you got a bull market, you got to hold on to the bull. You're riding the bull. It gets angry sometimes, and you got to make sure you don't fall off the bull. That's maybe why they call it a bull market. But as you got the chart here for Hecla Mining, it's been trading higher since beginning of the year here, like mid-February. Was below $2. It got up to $7.25 in August, earlier in August this year. So that's a huge move. And then we've seen a correction all the way down to $5.34 at the end of August. And if you look at, I've done a Fibonacci retracement analysis here from the end of June here to the high in the beginning of August. That stock has gone just from below $4 to $7.25. So if you do like a 50% retracement and also 61.8% retracement, that area is between like 520 and 556, and you can see that the low there at 534 held, and there's a pretty good trend line there as well. And look how we've bounced up from that area. And the reason why I talk about the 50% retracement and 61% retracement Fibonacci is because 50% retracement is quite important. Markets sometimes retrace 50%, and the 61.8% is like the golden mean of the Fibonacci numbers. So, and a lot of times markets like correct, not exactly to the 50% nor 61.8, but in between those levels. So, that's Hecla Mining. And it looks like, well, now the level to look at is the 725. And you can see by the chart that the waves are getting bigger as we go up. So we could see some fireworks in the mining shares going forward. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about then. The investing, look at the markets, gold, silver, and Bitcoin, see how they're doing, the mining shares as well. So yeah, if you're into trading, that's up to you. I'm just giving you, the picture here for mining shares for gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And if you enjoy my videos, please like, share it, and subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, I've got 3 links below in the description. You can donate in Bitcoin, through PayPal, and Patreon. Take care. Bye.